now we will be talking about the skin. So here I drew the skin and then the layers and then what's inside the layers. So the top layer of the skin is the epidermis, and then we have the dermis, which is the middle part of our skin layer, and then the bottom layer of our skin is the hypodermis. What the skin does and helps, it does protect us from barriers against harmful things from the sun, from UV radiation. It prevents loss of moisture. It's also a sensory organ, so we are able to touch. And then here I do have the epidermis structure, and then we do have the dermis in between the epidermis. We do have the bottom part here, which is the basement membrane, and then we have the dermis pilia here, and then parts of the dermis, we do have the sweat gland duct that's in between, the hair bulge, the hair follicle is in between within the dermis, and then we have the tactile corpuscle. We do have the nerve cell process is actually under the hypodermis and the muscular layer. So here you can get a better view of the different items that are within the dermis, which is the middle part of the skin, the epidermis again, the top, and then the hypodermis. Now moving on to the ABCDs and moles. Here are the different types of moles and what we look for. First part is the letter A, which is asymmetry in shape. So we have to look at the side or the shape of the mole to see if there's any change. And then we do have the border, see if it's irregular, if it looks different than a regular mole should. And then we look at the color too. If it changes in color, if it once appeared to be brown and then it changed into a grayish blue color, definitely something that is to watch out for. And then the diameter, so if it started out as a very small mole and as it progressed and gotten bigger, so all of these are different types of things that you look for in a mole. So to break it down, it is the A, B, C, D. And then we do have the different degrees of burns. First off with the first degree. First degree is mainly more of a sunburn. The epidermis layer does get a little red, pink. It doesn't take very long to heal. It takes about 2 to 3 days to heal. It can be a little painful. There is some redness and some swelling as well. Then we move down to second degree burns. Again, with this one, it is a little bit more painful. They do develop some blisters. Majority of the epidermis is mainly reddish pink, and it kind of falls into the dermis part. However, the hypodermis is still within the same range. With the second degree burn, it does take a little longer to heal. Takes about 3 to 4 weeks. And then we fall back down to the third degree burn. With the third degree burn, at first it can be painful, but it mainly does do some massive cellular damage. So it could get to the point where the burn goes down to the bone, burning the nerve endings. Some muscles go, and some bone may be developed there. It does require a skin graft with this severity of burn. So there you have the first, second, and third degree burns.